all of them, yeah. So you got nothing better to do. Sit around and drink some booze. Think fast, make it last, shoot the past. Tune in to the ModeCast. To the ModeCast. To the ModeCast. To the ModeCast.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's all I've been hearing all day today. Welcome to the ModeCast.
Hi,
just
guys.
me and Ryan today. Because, well, I think we got a little lazy with finding guests, and we need to do a solo podcast.
I'm super hungover. Jasmine's work Christmas party last night at her house. You think a big corporation like that, they would fucking fund a hall?
Well, I think it's stupid the way they do it. I think they should have a regional Christmas party.
Oh, yeah, it's like all the branches.
Yeah, because I think it's stupid the way they set it up with... Because what, she had like a $1,500 budget or some shit?
No, dude, they each got $25 a person.
For their Christmas party?
Yeah.
How many people?
20?
So 20 times 20, so like $2,500 pretty much?
What?
20 times 20.
That's not right at all.
25 times 25. Isn't that 2,500?
No, dude, you're way off. Holy shit. I feel really happy right now. I thought I was bad at math, dude. That's so bad.
Dude, I can do multiplication in single digits.
Oh my god. You said 25 times 25. That's, yeah, $2,500.
25 times 20.
Dude, 20 times 20 is $200.
20 times 20?
No.
That's not $200. It's $2,000.
Hold on, wait, what are we...
20 times 20 is 2,000, I'm telling you. Now I gotta pull out my fucking calculator.
No, it's not, dude.
Yes, it is.
5 times 20 is $100.
20 times 20. It's 400.
See? I knew I was right. I said 200. Dude, that's what I'm saying. You said 2,000. You're way off.
The worst part about this is I'm sober.
I'm fucking hungover, dude. I shouldn't even be counted right now.
So it's just 25 times 20. If they each got 20, it's $500. They had $500 for the whole party?
Yeah, dude, it was ridiculous. It was embarrassing.
Oh, I thought they had like $2,000 they got.
No, dude, it's $25 a person.
No. Well, anyways, they fucking set up their Christmas party where each individual bank branch has a party rather than just like, let's throw all the branches together in this certain region and fucking have a big Christmas party.
Don't get me wrong, it was fun. I mean, the kids were at Grandpa's house, so I got smash face. But, yeah, I mean, a tiny little 2-bedroom house we had their Christmas party at. You'd think it'd be, like, say, like some nice hall.
I was talking to Jasmine this morning, too, because you guys had a little bit of drama last night. Well, I shouldn't say this morning. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But I was like, it sucks because if you go and rent a hall and have a nice party, like, people will behave a certain way.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the situation. But since you guys pretty much had a house party last night for her Christmas party, now you get the wildness in people.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks because now you get to... I mean, it's fun because you get to see the other side of your coworkers. It's not a professional environment. You get to know them. And it makes going back to work a lot more fun.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I was looking at some of her managers. I was just dying laughing. This is going to be such a fun conversation on Monday for you guys.
Well, I mean, hell, the last... I mean, I've been to Brittany's Christmas parties, but I don't know any of her coworkers, so it's not as much fun for me.
Yeah.
But the last real Christmas party I went to was when I worked with Dad at, where he works. And it was hilarious because for like 3 weeks after the party, people kept coming to me like, dude, I didn't know you could dance so well. Because I just spent the entire night on the dance floor. Fucking hammered.
I love when people say that, and then you watch a video of it, and you're like, dude, that was not good at all.
You know what's funny is I just go out on the floor, dance floor, and wiggle a little bit, and I don't really try to do anything. At least that's what it feels like. It just feels like I'm acting like a jackass.
But I think when people look at white guys, they just expect you to be a shitty dancer. Like, oh, that wasn't too bad for a white guy.
And you know what's funny, though, is when I get a compliment from a black person, I'm like, hell yeah.
Got it down. Yeah, I do.
It's so stupid.
Dude, I haven't had this bad of a hangover. It wasn't not even a hangover, dude. I literally woke up, and I still felt just as drunk as I went to bed. And I was like, oh, my God. I look at Jasmine, I'm like, yeah, so you're going to be with the kids, and I'm going to still try and, like, just stay remaining not throwing up.
When was the last time you did that, though? Fucking Vegas?
Probably, yeah. I think Vegas, I always wake up still hammered. I can't drink like that. Well, yeah.
Yeah, the one night we got to hang out in Vegas, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, so let me tell you this story. So, we had drama at the Christmas party last night. So, this broad, she starts off pretty aggressive, dude.
Wait, no, hold on, so this is Jasmine's employee.
Yeah, Jasmine's...
He was just like one of the...
He's one of the bankers. So
okay, so he's not a teller. He's on the banking.
Yeah, he's on the banking side, and he brought his chick, and he's cool as hell, dude.
Was it his girlfriend? Because the way Jazz was talking, it was just like a chick he brought.
No, it was his girlfriend. Like they've been together for a
Damn,
while.
that's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, no, it's his girlfriend. I guess they're serious. So, anyways, the dude's cool as fuck, man. Super cool guy. And we're sitting there, you know, they get there, you know me, I'm like talking shit, like, oh, who wants to lose a ping or beer pong? Like all the employees get there, they're all like being shy and timid, no one's really talking. So I was like trying to like liven the party. So pull out beer pong, and then I asked him to play. He's like, oh, me and my chick are serious about beer pong. We play all the time. And I'm like,
that's weird.
okay.
How about we just play a game of beer
And
pong?
they're not kids either. Like they're adults, and like, yeah, we take beer pong seriously. I was like, oh, well, I don't. And then like we start.
Hold on, like it's a real sport and shit.
Yeah, dude. Well, me and Mike are like, we're just getting ready. Like, okay, so what's the rules? Do you guys do free throws? Do you guys like? And they're going over. I've never even heard of half the shit they're talking about with beer pong. And I'm like, I just play straight up beer pong. They're like, what's that? Like, if you bounce, you get 2 cups. If same cup, you get 3 cup. You drink 3 cups. Like, so just a straight up gentleman's game. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, gentleman's game. You fuck.
Yeah, so we're talking about gentlemen's game, whatever. We just play straight up beer pong. I'm like, I don't fucking. It's not like, you know, it's just a game. It's just a way to have fun. So we start playing, and like me and Mike are killing him. She's getting like angry, dude. Obviously, I'm talking shit, but you know, just kidding. And like, so she sits down, and like me and Mike keep playing other people. She keeps like she's getting furious. She's like starts drinking more. She's like, when are we gonna get our rematch? I'm like, God damn. She was like pissed off that she lost on beer pong. She kept, when are we gonna get a rematch? I was like, hold on, we just need to finish this game. But I still liked her. She was a little like intense, but I was like, oh, she's still cool. And her dude was awesome. He was cool as hell. So we start playing, and we go eat, and like you could tell she starts getting a little too tipsy. She starts getting a little aggressive. So then we play beer pong again, and they won. And then she starts getting like real vicious towards Mike. She starts like, oh, fuck you, gringo, and like Mike's like the fucking nicest guy. Mike's not gonna offend anybody. So they start getting into it, and then Mike's like, you know what, I'm not gonna deal with this shit. So Mike walks away. Mike goes inside, and I'm like, dude, what's your deal? And I'm like, fucking Mike's been cool as fuck to you all night. Like he actually enjoys hanging out with you, and you're just treating him like shit. And she's like, fine, bring Mikey back out here. I'll say sorry. So I was like, whatever. I was trying to defuse the situation. Like, you know, normally I'd be like, you need to kick rock. So Mike comes back out, and she apologizes, and then Mike's like, all right, gosh, you know, it's just a game. Like, we're just having fun. Like, you don't need to get all serious. So me and Mike are sitting out here with a couple other guys, and then, like, we hear rustling. And I'm like, fuck. I hear psh, something breaks, and I just, maybe someone dropped a bottle. Well, I'm ignoring it. I'm by the fire. And I hear, like, all the guys like, oh, fuck, no. And then this chick starts screaming, so I run out front, and I see one of this other guy that works at a different branch. He starts getting crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, no one's fucking fighting in my house. What the fuck's going on? Like, so I'm pissed. I don't know who's fighting who. So then I go inside, and this chick's eyes like swollen shut. She got scratches. I'm like, what happened? And dude's fucking chick got crazy.
The beer pong chick.
Yeah, I guess she went inside and was starting like, everyone was kind of telling, hey, you need to go. It's 'cause she started getting like vicious towards everybody. Like, it's time for you to go. And she's like, fuck you. And she threw the salsa off the table, and it broke in my kitchen. They're like, it's time for you to go.
5?
I know. So she's like close. I think she's in her 30s. So then they went to go try to push her. They're like, you need to get out. The girl, all she did was lay her hands. Like, she just like tried to like nudge her. Hey, come on, it's time to go. She put her hand on her. She turned around and socked the shit out of her. So I tell everybody, get back upstairs. I was like, you guys can get the cops calling me. Just go upstairs. I'll handle this. So I go up there. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? He's like, hey, Ron, I'm trying to get her out of here. And she's like talking shit to me. And I'm like, fuck you, bitch, leave my house. And then she punches me in the face. So at this point, I'm like pissed off. Like, dude, what the fuck? I just look at something like that. Like, dude, if that was Jasmine, I'd be dragging her down the street to get her way away from this place. Like, you're not.
I would have never let it get that far.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I would. If as soon as I saw Jasmine get out of hand drinking, it's like, all right, it's time to go now. Like, before you make a fool out of yourself, let's leave.
And the dude already apologized at this point?
Dude, what do you mean?
Her dude, has he apologized at this point?
No, he apologized. He called her. Well, let me finish the story. But no, he called her Jasmine's manager and called him and apologized to him. It's like, you fucking disrespect.
No, I'm saying no, but that night you were saying, or last night you were saying that he was being apologetic.
Yeah, he was. He was being apologetic. Yeah, the entire time.
I'll finish the story, then we'll talk about it.
So, anyways, so I'm like pissed at this point. She punched him. I'm like, you fucking cunt. Like, I'm pissed. She's punched him in the face just for no reason. He's like, Ryan, just go away, dude. Like, you know, like let me handle this. I'm like, fuck you, dude. Leave my house. Like, what the fuck? They're sitting at the bottom of the driveway. We called an Uber. I'm like, then wait down the fucking street. Get the fuck out of here. And she's like, fuck you, you little bitch. She's like, I'll fuck you up. And she's just talking shit, you know. And then Mike walked down there with me, so Mike's trying to get me to go back up to the driveway. And she fucking called the cops on us. She called the cops. She punched.
Yeah, and then the cops didn't even come up here.
Yeah, they drove by and were like, I don't want to do this shit. And they kept going, dude. It was hilarious.
So I told Jazz, I was like, it's the Lemon Grove Sheriffs. They probably got 800 other calls to go to.
Dude, and I told her, I was like, you call the cops on us, you stupid bitch. Like, you disrespect my party and you're calling the cops on us? So whatever, at this point, I'm like fucking pissed. And then he's like, not even, dude, not yelling at her. Like, he's just whipped, dude. Like, I hate those kind of guys. Control your fucking chick. I don't get it. Like, is the vagina that good? Really? That you're going to embarrass yourself in front of all your employees? You can't, like, get your chick out of here?
It's a mindset. I mean, but how many times have we had this conversation where, I mean, I don't care how chauvinistic I sound or I am. There's a certain responsibility that you have as the man in a relationship to, like, you know, make sure shit like that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you let, I mean, even as the female, even if it was the opposite role to where the guy's act, like, let's say she worked at
Gummy Bear.
She brought him and he started acting like an ass. It's her responsibility to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
He should have grabbed her. Once he realized that shit was going downhill, he should have grabbed her and bounced. You have a fucking responsibility, especially at a situation like that where it's now going to hurt your reputation at work.
Yeah. Well, and she was a really intense broad, even from the beginning. Like, she's one of those chicks that didn't smile. She has a really serious look to her face. So I'm like, fuck this. I go up to the driveway, and then she starts talking shit to me. Fuck you, Ryan. Fuck your party. Fuck those bitches. And, like, starts talking shit. So at this point, I'm just like, you know what? He's not controlling her at all. Fuck this. So that's when the Uber got there, and I couldn't let it go. I was a child.
Yeah, but wasn't she running her mouth as the Uber was rolling away?
Well, yeah, and then she got picked up in the Uber, and she's like, fuck you guys, I'll call the cops again. And she just starts running off of the mouth, and it just, I'm a child, so it got the best of me. So I had to run down there, and the Uber driver flipped a bitch. I stopped the Uber driver, I opened the door, and I punched him in the face.
Punched him in the face for her talking shit.
Pretty much. And and even Mike was like, well, you should have controlled his bitch.
No, but it comes down to that. You don't let that happen.
Yeah.
I mean, no, he allowed all that, every bit of that to happen. And I will say it over and over again, as the man in the relationship, you have a responsibility to control that.
Yeah, and like, well, I mean, I can definitely tell we're all intoxicated because, like, when I get back up there, I was like, instantly I regretted punching him in the face. And then, like, we get back up there, and everyone's like, yeah, Ryan, you did the right thing. Like, I can't believe them. Like, and then, you know me, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I didn't overreact. But then obviously I sobered up. I'm like, that will fucking way overreact. They should have left the house. But I mean, that was a motorcycle. God dang, he's flying.
Do you have to do it? Do you have to have your exhaust that loud?
Yeah. So anyways, pretty much if I didn't defuse the situation, though, there would have been a brawl between that other guy and
Gummy Bear.
Hey, why the fuck why was she fighting another girl? Like, what was it over?
Because all she did was just put her hand on her and said, hey, it's time for you to go.
Oh, she flipped out?
She placed her hand on her. Because, well, she flipped out previous. That's when she started throwing the salsa off the counter when everyone was like, hey, it's time for you to go. Like, you're getting aggressive. Like, you've been acting like this all night. Because, dude, she was just trouble the entire night. So she started subbing salsa off the counter. I guess that girl, I don't know her name. She, like, put her hand on her. And I was like, hun, or like, hey, you need to go. And that's when she turned around and just slugged her in the face.
It's so ghetto.
Yeah, dude. I was like...
It's such a ghetto girl's response.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It was fucking just a nightmare. But I instantly felt dumb punching him, though. Because it's just funny. It's like, oh, what did he do? Well, nothing, but his chick wouldn't shut up.
No, he did. It's all about what he didn't do.
Yeah, exactly.
He got hit in the face for not doing what he should have done in the first place. Because I got here today. So I wake up to a text from you at 8 a.m. just saying I punched Jasmine's employee in the face.
Yeah. Which
made me giggle because I wasn't here. And every time I'm not around, you do something stupid.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But I got here today and asked Jasmine about it. As soon as she told me that her the chick was acting like a dummy and that her dude was totally apologetic, I was like, well, he deserved to get hit in the face.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he deserved to get hit in the face because he needs to be checked on his relationship.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, how are you gonna let someone just like totally run you like that? The fact that like, if she's acting like a clown and like she's just embarrassing you in front of all your employees and you're not gonna do anything about it.
Well, it sucks too because it totally fucked over his reputation at work.
Oh yeah.
Because even Jazz was saying that the dude was getting into it with one of the managers or the guy he was getting into it with one of the managers or his girl was getting into it.
His girl was getting into it with one of the managers. She was saying she started talking shit like, oh, you look like a little kid. You're too young to be a manager. And then started bashing him. And he was like, and he kept asking like, what's your deal?
Well, yeah. Now because what sucks is he might have to interview with that manager to get a promotion.
Yeah. Yeah, she... Well, not to mention, though, there's 4 managers here. Like, different branch managers.
So, what, all the other branch managers are crashing your guys' Christmas party because it's the best one?
There was two other ones. Well, two of the managers were here. So 2 different managers from another store, but 4 branch managers total.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it just sounds funny with other managers crashing your guys' party.
Oh, there's a couple other employees, too, from other spots that came. Yeah, it was just, I don't know, dude. It was just crazy.
Sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a little too much. But, I don't know, everybody was just disgusted with him. Dude, come Monday, it's like, how embarrassed are you going to feel?
That's one of those, that's when you quit your job.
Dude, literally, if I was him, I would be fucking humiliated. His chick just made him look like a total clown. And what's funny is everyone was telling Gummy Bear, why aren't you stopping her? And he's like, babe, please. Like that, he's one of those guys. Babe, come on, babe, please.
Why are you doing this?
Please, babe.
Just calm down.
And then, he was getting mad at everybody else. Like, hey, I'm trying to get her out of here. It's like, no, you're not. Like, you're just as she's talking shit, he's like, sitting there, babe, please. And she's like, fuck you, pussies, to the whole party. It's like, oh, God.
Come on. Looking back on it, it's kind of funny that she wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
But,
what pissed you off the most, though, is when she did the drive-by, like, fuck your party. And I was like, oh, this bitch. This bitch.
Hey, do you think she talked shit to him on the whole way ride home for getting hit?
Oh, probably, dude. Because when I punched him, he fell on her lap, and then he was just staring at me as I closed the door. And the Uber driver, skeeted off. He almost ran over my foot.
You probably scared the fuck out of the driver.
Yeah, I was pissed. I don't know, whatever. It's fucking over with. Fuck yeah, could that punch, I should have definitely not done that. But I mean, I think, or if he hit me, there's no way I'm not avoiding that. You just physically assaulted me. But, the fact that, that's what... You know, when you get hit, you don't really feel it at first? That's what kept kind of triggering me. I'm like, my fucking face hurts. Stupid bitch hit me in the face.
That's how you know she was ghetto. She was willing to hit you.
Dude, I didn't even say anything, to her yet. At this point, I was still like, what the fuck happened? What's going on here? And everyone's like, get her the fuck out of here. She just assaulted us, yada, yada. So I'm like, okay. But I'm still at this point not, too mad. I just wanted them to leave. And that's when she just punched me.
I can't wait to call Jasmine Monday night.
Oh, I know, dude. I for sure want to know what's going to happen. Well, what the little bitch shit is the fact that, Jasmine's a low manager. She's a manager 1. And he called to apologize to the branch manager because he has more power.
Yeah.
It's like, you're a fucking little asshole, dude. You just totally disrespected our house. You didn't fucking bother calling the chick that your girlfriend assaulted. Or the fucking... all the salsa she pushed off in my kitchen,
Well, yeah, he's going to do the bitch thing. Go to the top manager and be like, hey, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I know there's a work function. Well, it's like, hey, guess who's most important? The lowest manager on the totem pole is the one who could help you the most.
Yeah, it's actually true, dude. Because she's the one that's going to work you up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, dude. Fucking just ghetto people, man. That's all it is. But it's just crazy. We've talked about that several times, though, dude. When you're in the beginning of a night, you can already tell who it's going to be bad drinking
away.
with. You're like, this person is already kind of angry to begin with, and then as soon as they start drinking, because that chick, she just had a devil stare to her. She was just really, you'd say hi, she'd be like, hi. She was just real. What's the word I'm looking for?
Serious?
No,
like that.
Intense. She had a really intense look to her the entire time.
Like a perma bitch face, or
yeah.
So
I from the beginning, I could already tell, oh, she's going to be a bad drunk. Because when she was so upset about losing a beer pong, I was like, you're fucking 30 years old, and you're getting that upset over a beer pong? Yeah, dude, she's had a really intense look, and I just knew it was going to be a bad night.
Well, you didn't know it was going to be a bad night. You just were worried about her.
Yeah. Honestly, though, last night, I haven't had that much fun in so long. Everyone had a blast. We all stayed up to 5:30 in the morning.
When I saw the time on the text, I was like, well, I'm showing up at Ryan's house late today.
Dude, I would have got up. I would have just been super drunk.
What was the point, though? Because when I got here, and she's like, I looked in your room, so I saw your face, and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to take Santa pictures right now.
Dude, what's funny is I woke up and I was naked. And what's funny, I was telling Jasmine, I was like, because one of her coworkers, this hot-ass little black chick, little body on her, so of course I was molesting her all night. And, and I wake up and I was like, why am I naked? She's like, you kept taking your shirt off last night. I was like, yeah, well, I always do that, but... It's funny, dude. When I get drunk, I feel like my shirt bothers me.
You probably just get hot because you never stop moving.
Yeah,
you run laps at parties.
It was a fun night though, dude. It was a blast.
So happy I didn't come over.
You would have had a great time.
I probably would have, but I was exhausted yesterday. Every week's been a long fucking week. And I'm starting to thoroughly enjoy this arts and crafts bullshit.
Yeah. I enjoyed more mainly the picture, but so Jeremy's girlfriend posted a picture of him doing arts and crafts with his boy last night, and Jeremy's going bald, and it just like totally just the picture just was amazing. It just
only because you zoomed in on it,
dude. It just totally just just hit that right spot where it's just all baldness.
My male pattern baldness is not my fault.
Why are you trying to like keep it short? Why don't you just bick it?
Because I have sensitive skin. And every time I shave, I break out.
But I mean, can't you go to a lower one? Because then you kind of look like you're still being that guy.
The only way to go to the lower one is to get that like special one for like sideburns and shit.
Yeah, you should do that.
Well, that means I got to go to a beauty supply store, and I just don't. I'm lazy.
Because you're like that guy who's like trying to keep a little hair.
The guy
there.
that's trying does the comb over.
Dude, you're that guy.
No, I'm not.
You just don't like long hair. You would be that guy.
I have less than a 16th inch of hair.
You know what you should do? You should just grow it out one last time. Just grow it out like for like a month.
Dude, fuck you.
Why?
I'm not growing it out, so I just have a fucking ball, like just really thin patch right here in the
Dude,
center.
it'd be so funny. Do like the Donald Trump. Just comb it over.
Donald Trump has a fucking toupee.
Is it a toupee?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because he combs over his back hair. No, it looks ridiculous. He uses his back hair and he combs it over. You haven't seen it? Look at like.
Why would he do that? He's got billions of dollars.
I don't know, but it's hilarious. So I love it. When he gets,
your boy's about to get kicked out of the presidential race. He doesn't change his tune.
Who's that?
Donald Trump.
It's not my boy. I just think the shit he says is hilarious. There was this picture I saw on Facebook. It compared him to Adolf Hitler. Let me just pull this up real fast. It's pretty crazy. Hold on one sec. Jeremy, can you sing to them? Why?
Do you know what Silas has been doing to me since he learned the song? All day, every day, he just sings Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Just Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Oh, and he gets mad if you try to like interject with like the little fun parts where it's like a light bulb. He yelled at me earlier for it. But while you're looking for Donald Trump, I'm going to tell you about my mall experience.
What is that? Oh, mall.
Mall, like shopping malls, the place of the devil. Spent 3 hours at the mall today just to get Santa pictures taken.
Why so long?
Because we got there. Okay, we spent about 20 minutes looking for parking.
Okay, hold on one sec before I lose this. It's not getting clear. Hold on. I got it right here. Hold on. Okay. Adolf Hitler used racism to rise to power. Donald Trump used racism to rise to power. Adolf Hitler proposed mass deportation. Sorry. Dude, it's fucking blurry, man. I can't read it. Proposed mass deportation.
Deportations.
God, I'm so drunk. Deportations. Donald Trump proposes mass deportations. Adolf Hitler promised to make Germany great again. Donald Trump promises to make America great again. Adolf Hitler, anti-Jew. Donald Trump, anti-Muslim. Adolf Hitler blames Jews for Germany's problems. Donald Trump blames immigrants for America's problems. Adolf Hitler thought Jews should wear special IDs. Donald Trump think Muslims should wear special IDs.
Yeah, there's a similarity there.
I don't know. I'm really drunk right now still, so the comparison seemed cool. But then when I was reading it, I was like, it's not so cool.
Well, I hate comparisons like that because, yeah, that's actually really funny. But you could draw those conclusions from many people. Because at the end of the day, regardless of his views, Adolf Hitler was actually a pretty good leader. For his people. The Jews, no.
Yeah.
The Jews.
Like, what are you talking about?
No, but for his people, he was like a good leader.
Yeah.
Just his views were a little twisted.
A little? I think they were really fucked up.
Yeah, I fucking spent 20 minutes looking for parking. And you know me, I'll park far away. I was looking for parking out in the boonies and still had to drive circles around the mall looking for a spot.
That's crazy, too. And it's still pretty early. I mean, it's not that, 14, 13 today?
Yeah, we still have just a little less than 2 weeks. But I guess this is the second weekend before Christmas, so this is a shopping weekend for the holidays.
Yeah.
But no, we get in there to the mall, go walk, find the Santa, and then fucking the line was blocked off, and I was like, "Wait, you guys closing or what?" Because it's like 1:30, and they're like, "Oh no, we're gonna take a break and we'll be back in a little while." I'm like, "All right, there's one person in line waiting to get their picture taken. After that person, they're gonna go on break." So like, cool, let's go get lunch. We went and got lunch. And then, watch some, like, Hawaiian dancers or something. It reminded me of that the story Andrew told us about fucking how we travel around doing music.
Yeah.
It was like that kind of thing. They're doing, like, warrior tribal dances and shit. Silas was entertained. But then, we spent like 45 minutes walking around, eating food, and then we get back, and it was 2:40. And the return sign said 3:25.
So did you guys wait in line the entire time?
Yeah. Do you know why?
Because it probably piled up.
Yeah. And I was number 3 in line, and by the time Santa showed up, there was like 100 people in line.
Oh, my God. Make a killing, dude. Just rent a Santa and put him outside our house.
You know how fucking expensive? Okay, first off, fuck those people. The Shutterfly bullshit Santa setup. I wanted a picture of Santa, and then I'll buy the since you're here set up. Let me purchase something from you to make sure you can be here again next year or whatever. So it's profitable for you. Let me just get 2 5x7s. That's all I want. Just 2 5x7s. One for me, one for Katie, because I scan all my shit into the computer anyways.
Yeah.
No, you have to buy a package. Absolutely fucking have to. You can't just get like one picture for whatever. I was like, I don't even care if it's $20 for 2 pictures. I'll pay for that. No, I had to get a $40 package to get what I wanted.
Yeah, I hate that. And like, even the disc are fucking outrageous.
Oh, for just a digital flash drive, to put all of them digitally onto a flash drive is $38.
I wonder how much they end up pulling at the end of the year, just from that little fucking month with Santa.
Well, what sucks too is I get why their packages are so high. It's because the mall charges them to set up in there, and the mall knows you're getting foot traffic. So, like a kiosk in the mall, one of those little tiny kiosks that sells like incense and shit, $3,000 a month for your lease for one of those little stands. Well, that's what it was like 6 or 7 years ago when I looked into it, because they're guaranteeing you foot traffic, so they can charge those outrageous leases.
I don't imagine it being that high, dude. Really? Because
no, remember when Katie was getting into body jewelry? We went to the mall, sat down with people, and talked to them about leasing one of those kiosks. At the time, it was $3,000 a month for the Mission Valley Mall. $3,000 a month for a kiosk.
Damn, that's fucking outrageous. How do you fucking? I never see anybody at any of those stands. That's probably why they're constantly switching up. You go next week and there's somebody else. Yeah,
I mean it's so expensive. But then you think about it too, because everybody always complains that body jewelry is expensive at those stands, because it's like $25 for a cheap belly ring or some shit, just for the ring itself. It's not like you're getting pierced or anything.
Mm.
You already have it. But it's that much because they have to make up their overhead.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed that I believed you right now. I should drink a beer to go my hangover, because now I just feel really drunk again. And I'm like a quarter way through this beer.
Yeah, so don't drink the rest of it. You just need enough to make you feel better.
I don't feel better at all, dude. I just want to die.
Finish the beer then.
I'm not well.
We should feel good then, because that means you're not an alcoholic. Because me and Trevor, I'm with Trevor on the fucking hangover thing. Drink another beer, get your free drunk, move on.
I can't do it. I just complain all day. I'm pretty good at that.
Because you whine all the time like a little bitch.
I know.
Do you know what fucking parent nobody's ever told me about being a parent?
What's that?
How much time I was going to have to spend in public restrooms, looking or trying to act like I'm not a pervert. My son's in here. I promise. I'm not just looking at people's dicks.
Hey, it's the funny. I always think that when I'm in the stall, I'm like, just pull on your pants, dude. Just pull on your pants, and then like I think about how creepy it sounds to the guy next to me. I'm like, you gonna go pee pee? All right, cool, dude. Put your pee pee in the water.
It's so bad.
Yeah. I hate when I go to the stalls with Landon, because he just totally drops straws, so his butt, everyone can see his butt. But he doesn't. He won't. If I try to tell him to pull it out of his zipper, he won't do it. He's like, "No, Dad."
So this just started doing it correctly.
What do you do? Like, you just stand behind? Because I just let everyone see Landon's ass.
Oh yeah,
I'm
for
like,
sure.
"All right, whatever."
I'll just let it hang out. I mean, who cares? Look at his ass is hanging out.
Yeah.
No, like, so Silas won't let me go into a stall with him, nor do I want to. But I have to stay in the bathroom, because for one, I'm creeped out that something might happen to him, and two, he will freak out if I leave, and he talks to me while I'm in there. so he'll be like, to make sure I'm there, he's like, "Daddy," I'm like, "What's up, dude? I love you." Love you too, man.
I love you too, Silas.
I'm sitting there in the bathroom because today I went into the public restroom twice with him, and yesterday we did a bunch of shopping too for all the stupid Christmas parties we're going to, and I was in a public bathroom like 5 or 6 times with him yesterday, and just in the thinking, like, nobody ever told me that I was going to have to feel like a pervert hanging out in public restrooms constantly with my kid.
Nobody tells you anything. I think like the most valuable lesson that somebody should tell you is how fucking bad teething is.
No, I got warned about teething.
Really? Nobody told me shit about teething. That's like the worst part about parenting.
I just thought it was a joke because it was easy for me.
Really?
I mean, he fussed and cried a lot, but it wasn't nothing like you deal with Miles.
Miles was actually pretty good. That kid's tough. Landon was a headache.
Landon's been a headache the whole step of the way.
Yeah, yes.
I was looking on Facebook. I've been getting more and more into Anonymous. You know who they are, right?
Yeah, those guys are pretty cool. They just warned Donald Trump. Did you see that video?
No, huh?
Yeah, they warned Donald Trump that this is your warning. Do not talk about Muslims. We need to get rid of all the Muslims. That's what Donald Trump's saying. So he's talking about you've been warned. Don't let it happen again, Donald Trump.
What's scary? Like, if I was Donald Trump, I would be more scared of Anonymous threatening me than anybody else in the world.
Yeah, those guys are pretty legit.
Well, because when you're dealing with the hackers, I mean, they could steal anything from you. They not only could they steal from you, they could like ruin your life in a way electronically.
I would love to just sit in a room with a hacker and just watch them go to town because writing code, dude, is so fascinating to me.
They're literally speaking another language.
Yeah, it's mind blowing. I hate that when you watch like shows like Hackers.
Oh, it just like totally glorify everything and make it look super easy.
Yeah, like when I saw that movie, I was like, I'm gonna be a hacker, dude. For sure, I'm gonna do that.
There's actually a cool hacker documentary I watched recently. I wish I could remember the name, but this dude did something, put his name on it, publicly spoke about, yeah, I did this, and he got arrested and went to jail for it. I forget what it was that he did, but he's like, no, I'm a hacker. I'm doing things to, like, he's like pretty much trying to say, like, I'm trying to show the world that this is wrong. And yeah, I deserve to go to jail for it. I was like, damn, like, pretty legit. And he was like just a darky looking fucking guy. But fucking anonymous. He I don't remember if he talked about anonymous in there. But he didn't like the idea of being anonymous. He's like, no, you should put your fucking face on it. But I like anonymous because that way...
Why does he think that? It's kind of stupid.
He didn't really go into it. The one thing I didn't like about the documentary is they kind of glossed over things. They didn't really explain it.
Well, dude, you can probably branch into one topic for everyone you're talking about hacking.
Yeah. I don't know enough about it. I wish I did. I was really cool. I listened to a podcast with Ari Shafir. He actually interviewed a couple of anonymous guys. You figure there's hundreds of thousands of people who claim to be from it with anonymous. And, of course, in there you're probably going to have a few douchebags that do things the wrong way. But overall... I really love what they're doing.
Exposing everything.
Well, it's amazing. Like it feels like there's someone out there fighting for you.
Yeah.
Like, because the government doesn't fight for us.
Nope.
They're not here to help us. Well, they're supposed to be, but, whatever. But, no, it's really cool to have somebody doing something, risking their safety. Because, I mean, they can get caught up for what they do. If their IP address was backtracked for anything they're doing. A lot of stuff they do is pretty awesome, though, because you remember, was it when they shut down, like, PayPal and Visa's websites and stuff? Like, do you know how they do that? What you do is you get a bunch of people to get on the site at the same time, and the site is so overwhelmed with people trying to use it, it just shuts down. And so you keep that up, and then the site can't be used.
That's pretty wild. What was the point of them doing that, though?
I forget. PayPal and Visa and stuff weren't accepting donations for something because they were getting government influence. The government was like saying, "Hey, if you accept this, we're gonna put some restrictions on you or something." So they got scared by the government, and so Anonymous was like, "Fuck you guys! You're scared by the government. We'll show you who truly to be scared of."
That's crazy.
But shit like that, like Anonymous is, I don't know, fucking. What's been tripping me out, like all of our this whole thing. We're trying to get in touch with our old friends, which. Apparently, talking on a microphone, when you ask people to do it, they just don't respond.
Well, dude, you've seen the few people that have been terrified when we've done podcasts with them. They're talking to the mic. Look, we were nervous their first time, though.
Well, first time, yeah, but at least tell me you don't want to do it. Don't just not respond to me. Don't read my. What sucks about Facebook on Messenger, I don't think people realize. You can tell when someone's read your message.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of it doing the podcast though too. Well, one's being judged for sure. People are afraid of, but I think also they don't want to sound stupid. That falls in the same category as being judged. But I think a lot of them don't listen to the podcast, so they think that like we talk about certain topics, but really half of our fucking stories are drunken shit sex stories.
Yeah, we're just trying to have fun here. Like fucking, who cares if I'm not? If we sound like morons, then great. Actually, not. I wish I was smarter than I was.
Every time I watch Limitless, I was like, oh, God, if I had a pill like that.
Oh, fuck, yeah. They're talking about actually something, is it red?
They're developing something like that?
I keep seeing stuff on the internet about, like, oh, limitless pill. It's like, well, that's a little extreme. I mean...
Yeah, I've researched a lot of those, actually. And if you read the reviews, everyone's like, it didn't do anything for me.
Well, Joe Rogan was getting frustrated with his alpha brain stuff, which, I've taken it. I think it works. That's just me, though.
I took it. I didn't feel anything.
Yeah, you're also exhausted. You're running on, a few hours of sleep in, a few days?
Yeah.
That's not even fair to really use you as a example. Because that, and I gave you the normal dose, which I think the normal dose doesn't do much, but I took double the dose, which Joe Rogan doesn't recommend it, but that's what he says he takes. And, yeah, I definitely... On a good night's sleep, you take that, and I felt a difference. I felt like my brain worked better. Not overamped or anything I'm fucking, I could just, rattle off any. No, it's I just felt like I was a little more clear. Things were just a little bit clearer.
You comprehend everything a little more clear?
I'm information was easier to digest, and spitting things back out was easier. Forming sentences was easier. But it's also, $100 for, a month's supply, so I'm kind of broke. And
$100?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
If I take them the way I want to take them, then yeah, probably if I took them every day, it'd be $100 for the month.
I would like to try it out, maybe a week on, a week off, seeing the difference.
I think the biggest benefit, though, is having a good night's sleep, which we don't get. But... Joe Rogan was getting frustrated because people were calling his shit that. It's limitless. He's like, it's not like that. It doesn't do anything like that. It gives you a little bit of a boost. He was trying to be super honest about it, and people were, trying to jack it up.
Everyone's going to hate on anything, though. Anyone that's famous, they're going to find something to hate on.
It kind of sucks that, it doesn't suck, but, a lot of people talk shit on him for it. I took it didn't do anything for me. It's look at everything in your life before you just say, I took this and it didn't work. Because... It has a huge benefit to Joe Rogan because he has a super healthy diet. He is super in shape. He is really focused on keeping himself healthy.
Yeah.
I'm not. So is it going to affect me the same way? Because I feel my body with shit constantly.
You have a horrible diet.
It's not as bad as you think it is.
Really? Because every time I'm around you, I'm watching you eat crap. Junk food.
It's when I'm here. What's in your house?
Dude, all good stuff. We don't eat crappy. I have a lot of fruit snacks for myself. That's it.
The last podcast, you said, I woke up today and ate 4 Rice Krispie treats.
All right.
Why are those in your cupboard?
We don't buy them often. I buy those for myself, and I don't buy them because that's what happens. Dude, that whole box I ate in a week. It's 40 bars.
But that's why I don't keep chips or crackers in my house.
I don't have chips in my house either.
The only thing I could snack on is real food.
Yeah, but you put down a cupcake in front of you, dude, you'll eat fucking 5 of them.
Yeah, that's why I don't buy that shit. I keep it out of my house. I have no discipline. I will eat everything that is sugary and delicious. I can't even say no.
Yeah.
Brittany, I told Brittany before that I have a problem, and she's like, dude, who cares? You're skinny. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I really have a problem. I'm lucky that I have a fast metabolism.
Hey, so is that true? You were saying, when you eat certain foods that you can feel your pancreas, it hurts?
Yeah, every time I eat. Every time I eat.
What did the doctor say about that?
She said she wasn't too concerned about it. She was like, she wanted to run some tests first because she was looking at my labs from when I went to the hospital. And then once she got the lab results back that I took a couple weeks ago, she was like, which all my blood work's fine. There's apparently nothing's out of normal range. And I have an appointment on the 16th to figure out what happened with that ultrasound. When they did ultrasound on my gallbladder or my gut.
Yeah.
So I have to wait till then to figure that out.
To when?
I have to wait till the doctor's appointment on the 16th to figure that out. But if there was something wrong, they would have called me. So I'm assuming there's nothing really wrong. It was fucked up though. I told her, I was like, look, the pain's probably it's not doesn't hurt. It's just more of an irritation. It's probably a 3 on the pain on the 1 to 10 scale. It's just something that's annoying, and it kind of freaks me out because it feels the same way it did when I went to the hospital for pancreatitis. She instantly offered me pills. She was like, I can give you something to make you feel better for that. And I was like, why?
What, pain medicine?
Yeah, I was like, why? And she was like, oh, just in case. But I was like, no, I can live with this. I'm just worried that something else is wrong.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. Why are you offering me pills right now? Don't do that.
They're always so quick to offer pills, though. That's the way it works.
Pissed me off, though, when I did see her, because she, and I told her, smoke weed, obviously, because why would you keep anything from your doctor, people? The doctor can't tell on you. When I went to the hospital with Brittany a couple years, or after the cruise, when I got that stomach bug from Mexico, Brittany was all surprised. I told the doctor that I smoked weed. I was like, they need to know. It was like, even if it isn't affecting the problem, it's still good to tell them, because what if it was? And sure enough, I told the doctor at my recent appointment that, hey, just so you know, I smoke marijuana. Tell her how much. And she's like, marijuana could be causing your pain because marijuana can cause upper abdominal pain.
How though? I don't get it.
Something about the chemicals in marijuana. I didn't know exactly.
So even if you didn't have pancreatitis, it can cause upper abdominal.
Yeah, but she then went on to explain to me that it's probably not marijuana because the upper abdominal pain that I would be experiencing is excruciating. Like I'd be in the hospital from the pain. I'm like, why would you tell me that then? I already told you it's like a 3. Like, what the fuck?
You're trying to scare me.
Well, I instantly felt like, fuck you. You're not taking something else away from me.
I can't be completely sober. This isn't going to happen.
Well, which sucks because I would much rather drink booze. But I'm happy that I don't drink anymore because I'm a healthier person. Well, I'm a healthier person. I'm definitely a better parent now that I'm not drinking. Jesus Christ, I didn't realize how much I was avoiding Silas when I was drinking.
I think I would just would not miss the hangovers. I mean, I don't even drink really to even get hangovers anymore, but like right now I'm fucking hurting.
See, that's a lie. I had hangovers all the fucking time. But they were it was like it was a normal thing to wake up that way. It was like, this is how I'm going to wake up, so this is how my morning starts. I take ibuprofen, I drink a ton of water, I down a Monster, and then get the day started.
Fuck that, you know me. I just spent all day complaining about it. It feels so bad.
You just got to keep moving. That's why I would say you're probably not an alcoholic. But I definitely was. Even though wasn't ruining my life, yeah, I was down that road for sure.
Yeah.
But how you could function for years as an alcoholic. I mean, look at Dad.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like that.
Where you just move on through life. You show up to work on time every day. You do your job well. You go home and just smash beers.
That's all it really is. You're showing up to work on time. You're giving your all at work. And as soon as you get home, you can be a derelict again.
It's weird because, looking at, like, I never thought I had a problem. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, I go to work all the time. I hang out with my son. I take care of him. Like, I take care of all my shit, so how could I have a problem?
Yeah.
That's not really how it works. So will you knock that shit off?
I'm sorry, dude. I'm like, oh, God.
Hungover?
Super hungover.
Have you had coffee today?
No. I stopped drinking coffee, dude. It's seriously, I've been drinking coffee now in like a week and a half. It just makes my day so much more miserable because like as soon as I drink it, I want to go back to bed. And it's just been like, so I stopped brewing coffee now. It sucks. I love drinking coffee. Like there's something that like in the morning, there's something so relaxing just sitting there drinking a cup of coffee.
Well, now that I've gotten into coffee, I understand what Joe Rogan has always said about it because his friend Tate Fletcher, who owns Caveman Coffee, which I won't try because it's too fucking expensive. He always says that it's coffee is like having a warm hug.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
It's just 100%. Like a warm hug. I totally get it because you get like halfway through a cup of coffee and you're like, oh, it's just so good.
Yeah, dude, I don't care how hot it is. I love drinking coffee.
And fuck cold coffee.
Have you tried to do that?
Yes. Fuck cold coffee.
It's disgusting.
Those cold drinks from fucking, the ones in the glass bottle from the grocery store or liquor store, whatever it is, the Starbucks drinks, those are gross.
What? Those are amazing.
Remember you got me one? I wouldn't drink it?
Those are so good.
That's fucking gross.
It's all
too
sugar.
Creamy.
I love that.
Then, I think I use less cream than you do.
Maybe.
What's the other, the whatever, you get like, I wish I could order drinks from, when I go into Starbucks, I'm like, that one on the wall there, whatever the fuck that is, in a small. I'm not saying you stupid sizes.
I love you seeing role models.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite part when he's talking about fucking, now you're stupid in 3 countries. Yeah. Know all the different sizes. Oh, man, that's so great.
No, Starbucks, you can get a hot or cold in the same type of coffee or whatever,
yeah.
Or the same type of drink. I've had the cold version of it, and no, it's gross. Fuck cold coffee.
Yeah, well, it's like people that make a pot of coffee and then throw a fuck ton of ice in it.
Why? A lot of people think this shit's good, though. Fuck cold coffee.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't drink it.
Sucks, though. The Caveman coffee, I really want to try it, but it's one of the little coffee bags is, I want to say, like $15, and you still got to pay for shipping on top of it. I guess I should just buy one because it's not that. No, it's a 10-ounce bag, which those small 10-ounce bags, which is kind of a normal bag of coffee that you'd get at the grocery store.
Yeah.
They're usually like $6 to $8 at the grocery store.
Going back to Christmas parties, did you ever see any of your bosses get super trashed on a Christmas party?
No, unfortunately. I never worked at a big company besides with Dad. That's the only big company I ever worked for.
Wow.
And I was hammered there. I don't know who else was drunk because I was shit-faced. I've been to, 2 of Brittany's Christmas parties now. And this year, her manager was like, "What's up, Jeremy?" She's a really tall black chick. "What's up, Jeremy? When you get down again?" And I'm all being all quiet and shy because I was pretty baked. And she's like talking shit. She's like, "Oh, you don't even remember what happened to you last year, do you?" Because me and her were getting down on the dance floor last year because I was hammered, and that's when I loved to dance.
Yeah.
Like dancing, I used to love dancing. Now I don't even think about it. Even there'll be a ton of people on the dance floor, I won't even think about getting out there. It kind of sucks.
As soon as I hear club music, I want to dance. I'm like, oh, cool, I'm in the club. We had these lights last night. We have lights in my garage. And so club music came on. I didn't even open my first beer, but I was already dancing.
Well, that's different if the environment's set up, but I was at like her work function. I felt kind of weird too because it's like I don't want to fucking act crazy and fucking have her coworkers think this shit about me, which is funny for me to think that this year because I was at her Christmas party last year and I was acting a fool because I was hammered.
Yeah, but guys liven up the party like that though. You can have the guy that just sits at the table and never leaves, and it's like, yeah, well, I had a blast with you, dude. You were tons of fun last year. Or you can get up and socialize and be goofy.
I didn't like her Christmas party this year either, though, because it was fucking casino themed, and they had actual casino games set up, and they gave you fake chips to play with, and then you turned your chips in at the end of the night for raffle tickets to win the prizes, and $500 in chips equaled one raffle ticket.
Damn.
Which they didn't even tell anybody. It was like I found out because me and Brittany were playing roulette, and then one of the dealers walked over to that dealer and was like, "Oh, here's your raffle tickets." And I was like, "Hey, what are those for?" And she's like, "Oh, you buy these. It's $500 for one of them." And I was like, "When did they say that?" Because people were just fucking throwing the money away. Because who cares? It's not yours. It's not real money.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was trying to learn how to play craps. I like it, and I'm still confused on how it works.
Dude, same here. I played it when we were on the cruise ship, and I still don't understand.
Like I kind of have a general view of how it works, but the next time I go to a casino and try to play craps, I'm going to be scared.
You know, I got kicked off the craps table on the cruise because he said he gave me 2 warnings that I wasn't throwing the dice hard enough against the backboard, and I did it again, and he told me I couldn't play no more. I thought he was kidding. He kicked me out off the craps table.
Yeah, apparently you get in trouble for not throwing the dice hard enough.
Yeah, it's crazy, but
what pissed me off is the point of the way they had it set up, because they had extra dealers around, and it was to help explain the games to you, so if you didn't know how to play. And of course, I'm right next to one of the dealers, like having him run me through everything, and I'm throwing the dice. Nobody ever told me how to throw the dice. I'm throwing the dice, and they got pissed off because I didn't throw the dice hard enough. I was like, "You didn't fucking tell me. Fuck you guys." Real quick, I didn't really mean that. But yeah, as I started throwing it harder, I didn't know you had to bounce it off the wall. They're like, "Yeah, it has to hit the wall." And I was like, "Well, you didn't tell me. Come on, man, help me out. Don't make me look stupid."
yeah.
You're supposed to be teaching me. It kind of sucked trying to learn on the fly like that because I had one guy explaining things to me, but the game moves fast, and so it's like I'm not really getting anything broken down for me. He's just telling me what to put where and not explaining why. I'm like, I continue to say, "Well, what did you do? Why am I giving you money to put down there? Like, I don't understand what that means." And then he would explain it to me. But other than that, he was just saying, "Here, give me this much money. We're gonna put this here." Well, now you're not teaching me, fuck. But I think it sucked to have those casino games set up because I instantly was sucked into that, and I didn't even think about dancing anymore or like having fun with like Brittany and her coworkers. Like me and Brittany did hang out for a good solid hour and a half.
Just start gambling.
Yeah.
Can I bump some chips off you?
Got to the point where like I was down, like I had lost like half of my money, and I had Brittany's money. And she came over and she's like, "You saw mine?" I was like, "Yeah, it's right here." I was like, "Here, you take it." She's like, "Why?" I was like, "Because I'll spend it." I was like, "You're obviously
how
not
much
gambling."
were you giving? Fake chips?
$1,000.
So you could not spend anything. You could have bought all raffle tickets.
Two raffle tickets. But the games were set up very like cheesily. Like nothing was like I was getting mad because the rules weren't being followed 100%. Which, I mean, there's no real money involved, so nobody really cared. It's just people like me who are fucking ridiculous get offended by it.
Yeah.
Which is why people don't like to play games with me. Like headbands.
So what were they following?
What do you? No, just like the roulette wheel, for instance. It was like a cheap little wheel with a little tiny ball, but the fucking thing would spin forever, and the ball would just keep bouncing over the numbers, and just wouldn't land in one. And so the girl would have to like slow the wheel down by like with her finger, and she would like tap the ball and fuck it up every now and then. It'd be like about to land in a number, and then she'd tap it out. So you're like, "Motherfucker!"
So funny.
And on the craps table, like they were just kind of like you could throw your bet in super late. They didn't care.
You know, everyone has bad stories with playing games with you. Like that's how much of a poor sport you are.
No, I'm not a poor sport. Follow the fucking rules.
Well, whatever. Oh, sorry. Anal intensive. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I know I'm ridiculous, but that's why I don't play games. And everybody's like, no, you have to play.
I'd never tell you that. If you don't want to play a game, I'm totally okay with you not playing.
I know you are, but people are like, oh, no, you should play with us. And I'm always like, no, I don't want to play because I know how I'm going to get. Doesn't matter if I'm sober or I'm high or I'm drinking. I'm going to get annoyed and irritated because nobody follows the rules.
Throw the Monopoly board.
Fucking Fez.
Shit. Oops.
I didn't realize how freaked out I get when we sit in your garage and the door's open.
Why?
Because when I'm sober, I'm always paranoid about everything around me.
Yeah.
Especially when I have a wide open door behind me.
Mhm.
So I keep looking behind me like someone's going to creep on me.
Dude, I'm so drunk right now, I can't even tell if someone's standing behind me. Does that even make sense?
Yeah.
Why would I be able to tell if someone's standing behind me?
Actually, there's studies that have been done on that.
I always feel present. I can feel something. It's like a warm energy behind me.
I forget what the percentage is, but it's actually a really high percentage. You can actually... nothing's ever been proven. Just the studies show that there's a good percentage of people who can tell when someone's staring at the back of their head, or when somebody's staring at them. You can actually, people can tell. I don't know how the studies were ran. I just read a few articles about it that there's a high percentage that show. I
get that because when I'm in fast food, I'm waiting for my food to get cold or something, and I feel like someone's staring at me, and I happen to look up and look over, and someone's staring at me.
Yeah, stuff like that.
What is that? Like energy? You just feel someone's energy? What is that?
I believe so because, how many times I really do believe you can feel other people's energy if you're paying attention. You got the feeling about that girl last night. You just tell. Well,
it's when someone's in a negative mood, how it brings down the entire room. All it takes is one person. One person that, for instance, our job, there's several women that we work with. As soon as they get in, it puts everybody in a negative mood because they're fucking pissed off. They come in grumpy or angry, and that kills your whole fucking day because they're just spread all that negative energy around the room and it just fucking brings you down.
Well, that's the negative side. Negative energy is the easiest to feel, too.
Yeah.
Negative nonsense.
Like, I don't have to say a name, but, R, when she comes in, it's like instantly puts you in a bad mood because she complains about fucking everything. Like, how can you be that angry at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, for real. I don't understand how...
I get it if you're tired, but it's like, how can you be that pissed off about that many things at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Just because her life sucks. Her life sucks, and she has such a bad attitude about everything that her life's never going to get better with that, and she also makes her family miserable with it, too.
Yeah. Well, fuck yeah, I wouldn't want to be around that. I can only imagine.
Like I told you before, I feel bad for how I used to act all the time, and it wasn't that I was negative in that way. It was just I never had a positive outlook on things.
Yeah.
If you told me a positive story, I would only see the negative side of it.
Yeah.
I remember somebody telling me a story about they were getting a new dog, and I just started talking about how oh man, but then you got to worry about fucking walking them all the time because you have to get dogs out. It's rude. It's fucked up to be a pet owner and not get your dogs out.
Yeah.
And plus the extra cost of the food, and then you go with the vet bills, and then hair everywhere. You're gonna have hair all over your house, and then then the smell. You gotta make sure you keep your house super clean because otherwise it's gonna smell like animal. Not oh, that's really cool, fucking, excited about it. No, I just had to go straight to the negative.
Yeah.
That's how I always was, and I actually feel bad about it because I'm putting that just was me putting my negative energy onto other people.
Yeah, you haven't done that in a long time, but yeah, I remember I used to get pissed off when you used to do that. I remember what the fuck? You're like, what? I'm just telling you.
Well, I just thought I was being honest, but it was being honest from a really negative point of view. I had no reason to do that. I could be honest with a positive point of view. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
You don't have to lie about things. That's overly positive.
You're just being fake at that point.
Oh, what I want to tell you. Fucking, my old friend Steve, he, I've been paying attention more to his posts on Facebook. Well, and I was hoping he was coming out here this winter. I need to hit him up and ask him. He said he was going to come out here, and I was hoping we could meet up with him and get him on the podcast. We posted something that cracked me up, and I started thinking about it, and it's fucking, he posts this, it gets 21 likes. And I see a girl post a selfie and it has 200 likes. And I was like, why do people just choose what they want to pay attention to and not pay attention to?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I'll read this and I'll cut this out later if you don't think it's worth anything. But so I don't like to get into this kind of poo on Facebook. But seeing sentences along the lines of take care of our homeless population, not refugees. How about this? Hey, America. Or, sorry, I don't know how correct this is. But, he's talking about fucking, the nonsense of fucking people have been saying, why don't we take care of our own homeless people? Why are we worrying about these fucking refugees, the Syrian refugees? Yeah. And he goes on to say, fucking, how about this? Hey, America, you spend enough money on effing Valentine's Day, a stupid holiday, by the way, to feed our entire homeless population. Wait. You spend enough money on Valentine's Day to feed our... Let me just start this fucking over. I'll cut out that previous part. So I don't like to get into this kind of poo on Facebook. Seeing sentences along the lines of, take care of our homeless population, not refugees. Hey, America, you spend enough effing money on Valentine's Day to feed our entire homeless population. Wrap your bigoted brains around that and think twice before using our homeless and starving as an example for your xenophobia. Thanks. And xenophobia is, scared of people from other countries. Or a phobia of people from other countries. And so fucking true. We sit there and complain about, why are we taking care of these people, not these people? Well, what are you doing to take care of the homeless?
Yep.
What the fuck are you doing? Because you went out and wasted, $100 on a gift for your girl and who knows how much on dinner because that's expected of you as the man. When you could have said, hey, why don't we just have a quiet dinner at home and take this money and buy a meal and give it to a homeless person? That would take care of them, wouldn't it?
Yep.
And it just trips me out because that's actually an important conversation, yet it's not being... Nobody cares about it because it's not cute or pretty or positive.
You know what's shitty too about the homeless is a lot of these people are like, oh, they're fucking lazy and they get a job. You know that a majority of that, I watched a documentary, a majority of homeless people went through the foster program. So when they were 18, they had to get out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And like, so it's fucked up when people say, oh, they're just fucking lazy. Like, yeah, a lot of these fucking guys that are holding signs in the corner, yeah, they're full of shit. But like a big number of the actual homeless people, like they didn't choose to fucking live that way. They're not trying to be lazy. It's just no. Imagine 18, you need. I don't know. It's crazy.
Well, look, today when we were eating lunch in the food court at the mall, which me and Brittany had a conversation about because she was like, I never thought I would be one type of person to do this, sit in a food court of a mall and eat. And I'm like, well, who cares? It's like fucking, we're busy right now. We're here. We're stuck here because we were trying to do this thing.
I love doing that, dude. People watch this shit.
Well, I think it's fun, too. It's just the food sucks.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't even focus on conversating with her because I was too busy watching everybody. But because it happens every holiday. I'm always somewhere where this type of person walks up and they put down something on your table. And it's like, hi, my name is this. I'm deaf. I'm selling these to try to, help support me and my family through the holidays. Can you, a donation of the... It was a little Christmas pin. He was asking for a donation of $3 for the pin. She's pretty much selling these pins for $3.
I fucking deal with that every Christmas. I do not believe that guy. I'm sorry.
Well, but I don't know whether to believe it or not. I actually saw him sign. So it's like...
I used to know how to sign, though.
You knew a few words.
No, what are you talking about?
Because I used to know the whole alphabet, but I didn't know... I knew a few words.
No, ask Church and Hay. I knew how to sign from Chief. I didn't have a choice. That's the only way I could talk to him.
Chief was really good at reading lips.
Okay, what are you taking away from me knowing how to sign? That's a stupid thing to like...
Okay, who cares? Okay, yeah, I'm not taking anything away from you. You knew how to sign. I'm not going to call you a liar because I can't prove it one way or the other.
That's a stupid thing to lie about in the first place. Oh, I used to know how to sign, so it's kind of a big deal. Keep going with your fucking story. You see, this sometimes where you're so anal intended, dude, it's fucking annoying at times, dude.
It's retentive, by the way.
What the fuck ever, dude? See what I'm talking about? God damn, like, you have to argue about shit that's, like, irrelevant to our conversation right now.
So I just caught myself in the middle and stopped it. Mm-hmm. Something I've been working on.
Fuck, you need to work harder, dude.
Fuck you.
Keep going.
Maybe you shouldn't punch people in the face when you're drinking.
First of all, she punched me, and I couldn't hit her, so he deserved to get hit.
No, we had a long... Brittany gave the guy $6 for 2 pins, and we had a conversation about it afterwards. At the end of the day, I am going to, how I feel at the time is how I'm going to look at it. Fucking, all right, I look at him, I go, okay, I'm going to take it for his word. It's $6 that I just lost. I wish I could say whether or not that went to a good thing, but I can't, and I'm going to pretend it did. Like, I can't look at it any other way. Otherwise, I just hand him back to him and tell him to fuck off.
Yeah, me and Jasmine, when we got our Christmas tree, I ran into this black guy that he told me his wife and his kid were down the street in a car trying to get a few bucks for gas. I told him no, and I drove, because the spot he said I knew exactly where it was at. It was the Big Living right here in Living Grove. Yeah. So I drove over there. There's no fucking kid in the car. He said it was a Buick Century, whatever. I drove up and down the street, nothing. Because I was like, oh, if it's true, I'm going to go back and fucking buy him a whole fucking can of gas.
Hey, didn't you want to drive back there and be like, this guy's a fucking liar?
Oh, no, I did. I drove back to the gas station. He wasn't there. I was pissed. So then, but Jasmine's been trying to like tell me like, oh, you don't need to be so honest all the time with people, because I always feel like, oh, I need to tell them exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
And she's been telling me that like you can avoid doing that, but I feel like I'm being fake if I don't do it. She's like, no, hon, you're just avoiding confrontation. So like, we ran into him at the Christmas tree lot, and I wanted to be like, oh yeah, remember fucking 2 weeks ago I ran into you and you fucking told me, so they're still there. And so I held my tongue, and I was like, see, I'm getting better. She's like, I'm so proud of you right now. And then that made me feel even shittier, because I was like, wow, I can't let this littlest things go.
I don't know, because at that point I think that something needs to be said to him, because he's stealing from people.
Well, and that's the way I look at it. But then Jasmine's, you know, she's like, you don't have to be so confrontational all the time. When
I will agree with her there, because you get the way you come off is confrontational. You don't come off as just calling somebody out on their shit. You come off confrontational.
Yeah.
Well, because you tend to be aggressive when you go about calling somebody out. But with that guy, in my opinion, that guy's stealing from people. He's using a fake ass story to get the better of somebody and then make them feel guilty and give him something. It's like, no, you're just stealing from people. Why don't you just reach into people's pockets? That'd be easier.
Yeah.
You don't have to make them feel guilty.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the best part about it was, though, I even let him go through his whole spiel, and he was like, yeah, I'm not from here. I'm from Los Angeles. We're trying to get to, what's it, El Cajun? El Cajon?
Shut the fuck up.
And I look at Jasmine, and I was smiling. And then he's like, I was like, El Cajon? He's like, El Cajon. That's what it is. We're trying to get to El Cajon, and my wife and my kid are down the street in the car. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. That was great. El Cajun, El Cajon, El Cajon, you piece of shit.
Even people that aren't from here know it's El Cajon. And nobody says El Cajun.
It's just so funny, though. He tried it. And then, like, he went up to this white lady, and she was basically running away from him. Like, running away from him. It was hilarious. He was, like, speed walking behind her, and she's, like, pushing her cart all fast. It's just sad, dude, that you can't fucking believe anybody.
No.
So I started doing downtown, because there's a fuck ton of homeless people when I lived downtown. I would go into the Albertsons down there, and I'd buy a bag of chicken, and I'd give it to him every time.
A cooked chicken?
Mm-hmm. No, raw chicken.
You said a bag of chicken. I'm thinking a bag of frozen chicken.
Yeah, no, I'd go buy a bag of chicken fucking and give it to him. And I felt great on that.
Well, yeah, I mean, handing over money doesn't ever feel good, because it's like, what are you doing with that?
Yeah. Well, and I watch a lot of Intervention, so...
Yeah.
And I feel like, am I supporting his addiction right now?
Well, you gotta think about it, too. Like, every time I watch Intervention, and, like, it's the ones where they're trying to get money from people, it's like, they look like a drug addict.
Yeah.
How many people have come up to you asking for money that look like a drug addict that you've given money to?
But they're homeless, though, too, so they're like, I can't really tell.
I think I guarantee you, if we went downtown and started looking at people, you'd be able to pick out who was on drugs and who wasn't, just because of your experience our experience dealing with people on drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, so working out
Gummy bear.
every time. Why do I say that?
Sorry.
I have to go back and cut that out.
Gummy bear.
Like working where we work, fucking. Every time someone's walked in on meth, I'm like, oh, you're fucking tweaking right now.
Yeah. Oh, that one. That's easy. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I look at alcohol like drug. So I mean, I think majority of those people downtown are just alcoholics.
I'd say a lot of them are. I mean, not even just downtown in general. Like a lot of homeless are alcoholics.
Yeah.
I mean, the best bums I ever experienced were when I lived in OB, and all they did was hang out on the beach all day and drink beers. They never bummed change. They always found a way to get money. And then, of course, the city outlawed fucking booze on beaches, and it moved those fuckers inland, which really sucks.
Well, what's funny about that is every time the only thing they'll ask for in Ocean Beach is your food.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But it was funny though. Jasmine, we went out there to the old townhouse to go eat, and she only took a few bites. She's like, "Oh, I just can't wait to get home and eat that." She's like, "Now I'm hungry again." So we're walking out of reaction. Guys, like, "Hey man, can I get your food?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." It was a full-on meal. And Jasmine put her head down, and I was like, "I'm really sorry." She was like, "I wanted that." I was like, "We can go get some." I was like, "We just help to get high out right now." She was like, oh, "Okay."
I don't think when I lived in OB, I don't think leftovers ever made it home.
Yeah, dude. Everyone always asks.
But it feels so much better giving that away.
Yeah.
Like, even if there was times I really wanted to keep my leftovers, and I would always give them away regardless, because why not?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just different, dude. Like, downtown's the same way, though. Nobody asks for money. I never got...
I was always whenever they talked when we were in downtown, I usually ignored because they scared me.
Well, they're usually talking shit, though, too.
Yeah. That's why you should ignore
We'd
it.
walk on the street like, oh, fucking pussies can't walk on the sidewalk. It's like, dude, what the fuck, man? You guys pissed all over it.
God, it used to stink so bad in some places.
The greatest part about it is I lived literally 1 block from a whole row of bums.
Those fuckers talk so much shit.
Yeah, dude, it sucked.
Well, what are you going to do, too? Because you can't hit them. You're going to catch a disease.
Yeah, dude, you seen those pictures online where a guy will hit somebody that hasn't brushed their teeth and their hand swells up like fucking...
Yeah, from the bacteria in your mouth.
Nasty, dude. Ugh.
Dude, and that, you can get that from hitting somebody that has a clean mouth. Let alone fucking, hitting somebody that hasn't brushed their teeth in weeks.
Yeah.
Nor washed their anything.
Are you picturing sucking a dick right now?
No. Only you would go there.
I'm just kidding.
Only you'd go to the dick.
I'm sorry about today, dude. If you would have got here at like 1, I would be still drunk, but now it's like the hangover, like,
It would have been just as bad at 1 o'clock.
No, dude, I was funny this morning. Because I was still drunk. But
You were funny when I got here. You were funny until we sat down. You were fine until we sat down. Same thing would have happened earlier. As soon as you sit down, you stop moving, you get relaxed.
I would have been drunk, and I was still really hyped. I put in work this morning because I was still drunk, and Jasmine, like, we get done, like, she's like, hon, why can't you always put in work like that? I was like, yeah, just kind of slept good today, but had nothing to do with how drunk I am right now.
Dude, listen to all your guys' pussy stories. Fucking Brittany thanks me because of all you guys.
Our pussy stories?
No, you guys are pussies
Oh, yeah,
when it comes
for sure.
to sex.
Yeah, for sure.
So Brittany thanks me because she's like, yeah, you actually do put in work, so thank you. And apparently her previous experiences.
Oh, dude. Jasmine gets hers, though. Not all the time, but she gets hers.
Dude, but you always get yours. How unfair is that?
This is a man's world, okay? And I'm just kidding.
See, I'm thinking I'm different, though. I like going down on a chick. I like when they get off.
I like the same thing.
No, you
But
don't.
There's certain times when that Jasmine won't even let me get there. She just wants to hammer it out.
So hammer it out.
Dude, some people can't last like that, dude.
I don't. Not anymore. I haven't lasted like that in a long time.
So what are you talking about then?
Fucking get her off first.
Dude, no, there's times she doesn't want me. She just wants to have sex. And then I'm like, okay, you're going to be disappointed.
Then why don't you talk more shit about that then, instead of just talking shit on yourself? That's her fault. If she knows it's a problem, she knows that precautions have to be taken.
I don't know, because I thought like all guys can at least... I mean, I thought there's some guys that can just hammer out hour sessions.
Realistically, most women most women want sex to be about 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah, if you can't get your chick without... I can get Jazz off fucking 3 times in that time frame.
Now, Jasmine's also an exception to the rule too, though, because she's in like the smaller percentage of women because she can get off more than like most women can't get off with intercourse and need some kind of direct stimulation to the clit. Compared to like Jasmine can get off with intercourse and she can get off multiple times.
She can't get off just from straight sex though. I have to
Flick the beam.
Simone.
But even talking to Jess, she says she can get off with straight intercourse.
No, dude, no, she can't. Like if she tries to pleasure herself or something, she can't get off.
Well, a lot of women can't get off masturbation.
No, but she needs something. She needs the stimulation.
Then why does she just want to ride it out then? Why wouldn't she want to fucking...
Because she just wants to talk shit to me. I don't know.
She seems complicated.
She is complicated.
Or you guys don't talk enough.
Oh, no, we talk plenty enough. Let's wrap this up.
What are we doing next weekend?
Who are we doing?
What are we going to do about next weekend? We got a Christmas party to go to. Oh, by the way, shout out to Sean. Because I don't know what the fuck happened. I replied to your comment on YouTube, and I don't see it there anymore. And I never got back to you about your email about fucking having someone have like a device to call into, because that would be a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've done a little bit of looking into it, but I can't find anything about something to plug into our recording device.
It was surprising, though. It was actually pretty clear when you're talking to Andy, besides us all laughing in the background.
Then I wasn't doing a good job of holding the speaker up to the mic.
And you have a fucking bootleg-ass S4.
There's nothing wrong with my phone.
All right, there's a lot. Keep going.
Anyways, I apologize to Sean, because he seems to be our only friend that actually hits us up.
I love you, Sean.
Love you too, Sean. Thank you. And hey, next time, if we're ever in Oregon, which probably won't be soon, you're coming on the podcast.
Simone.
All right, ModeCast out. We'll have somebody on next week.
ModeCast out.